In the enormous world of hip-hop, where words are weapons and lyrics are the battlefields, a recent clash of beliefs has stoked a raging storm of controversy over the topic of discussion. Enter Andrew Tate, an outspoken former professional kickboxing world champion turned entrepreneur. His recent appearance on BBC has caused the rap community to be in a state of upheaval, and he is the one responsible for it. Rappers reacting to Andrew Tate's BBC interview is going to take you on a wild journey, so hold on tight. In the opinion of rap artists, did Andrew Tate's words strike a chord or go too far beyond what is acceptable? What are people in the hip-hop community's thoughts on Andrew Tate's tendency to speak his mind and hold controversial views? Discover the answer to this question as well as many others in our video that is beginning right now. Andrew Tate, a former kickboxing champion turned entrepreneur, made a number of contentious remarks regarding women and the role they play in society in a recent interview that he gave to the BBC. Tate stated that women should not be treated the same as men and that men and women are not equal. He went on to suggest that since women are, by nature, more emotional and less rational than males, they are not suited for certain careers, such as becoming CEOs or politicians, and that men are better suited for these positions. The words made by Tate have angered a great number of people since they are being seen as sexist and out of date. His detractors contend that his views contribute to the perpetuation of negative gender stereotypes and impede the progress that has been achieved toward gender equality. On the other hand, several people are in agreement with Tate's views and think that he is only reporting the facts. Regardless of where one feels on this topic, it is certain that Andrew Tate's statements have stoked a fiery discussion regarding the traditional roles of men and women in society, as well as the position of women in general. It remains to be seen how this debate will develop in the weeks and months ahead, but one thing is certain, it has most definitely gotten people talking. It is fair to assume that the recent interview that Andrew Tate gave to the BBC has generated quite a bit of buzz in the rap scene. Some rappers have taken to social media to voice their feelings over the contentious words that were made by the former kickboxing champion. Tate has been the target of criticism from other rappers, including Lil Nas X and Tyler the Creator, for his statements about homosexuality and mental health. In a tweet, Lil Nas X said, "Damn, I look good in that pic on God," referring to a photograph of him and Tate that was included in the interview. He then added, "Also, fuck this guy." Others, including 50 Cent and Boosie Badass, came to Tate's defense and backed his right to free expression. A screenshot of an article describing the outrage against Tate was shared on 50 Cent's Instagram account with the phrase, "Oh shit, they did started some shit now." In a video that Boosie Badass uploaded on Instagram, he said, "I don't give a damn what nobody says. You can say what you want to say." Andrew Tate's interview with the BBC has ignited a heated controversy among rappers and fans alike. Regardless of where individuals feel on the topic, it is apparent that this conversation has been started. Following the contentious interview that Andrew Tate gave to the BBC, a large number of individuals resorted to various forms of social media to voice their indignation and disgust at his statements. Some people have even demanded that he be completely removed from the forum in question. Tate, on the other hand, did not waste any time in defending both himself and his views after the response he received. Tate contended that his comments had been taken out of context and that he had been misconstrued in a series of tweets. He said that all he was doing was expressing his opinion on a few different topics, but that others were condemning him unjustly for doing so. In addition to this, he accused his detractors of being too sensitive and unable to deal with contrasting points of view. Tate's reaction, despite his best efforts to defend himself, failed to sway the opinions of a significant number of individuals. After seeing the scope of the criticism he had received, several people thought he was just attempting to retrace his previous statements. Others felt that his opinions were just too radical and obnoxious to be condoned or justified in any manner, and that this was their main point of contention. Overall, Andrew Tate's reaction to the outcry has only served to add gasoline to an already hot discussion over free expression and censorship in the digital sphere. Others may agree with those who support his freedom to voice their thoughts, but they believe that there are some boundaries that should not be broken when it comes to the expression of bigotry and prejudice. When it comes to responses to Andrew Tate's interview with the BBC, one that has garnered a lot of attention is the one that was provided by the well-known Twitch streamer Aiden Ross. In a recent stream, Ross did not hold back when it came to sharing his views on the contentious interview. Ross reprimanded Tate for the statements that he made regarding women and said that he was disgusted by what he heard. Tate was not pleased with Ross's criticism. In addition to this, he voiced his dissatisfaction with the fact that Tate was allowed to voice his opinions on such a significant platform as the BBC. However, Ross did agree that everyone has the right to their thoughts and beliefs. However, he stressed the need for showing respect to other people. Overall, Ross's response to Andrew Tate's appearance on the BBC demonstrates the need for maintaining open communication and understanding, as well as holding people responsible for the damaging words and deeds they use. As soon as members of the rap world heard about the interview that Andrew Tate had given to the BBC, shockwaves began to ripple across the industry. Rappers from all across the globe of hip-hop have voiced their shock and surprise at his outrageous words. Many musicians were left with the impression that Tate did not have a solid grasp on their profession, as a result of his comments about the influence that rap music has had on society and his direct condemnation of the genre. They were taken aback by his broad generalizations and his cavalier attitude towards the complex craftsmanship that goes into the creation of rap music. A number of rappers, being true to their profession, made the decision to reply to Andrew Tate's assertions by showcasing their lyrical skill. They responded to his ideas by writing rhymes and lyrics that were both thought-provoking and caustic. They believed in the power of words. In order to debunk Tate's claims, the rappers painstakingly wove together their replies, weaving in connections to personal experiences, cultural allusions, and pointed criticisms. By stepping up to the microphone, these artists not only displayed the creative potential of the rap community, but also created a stage on which Tate himself could engage in a verbal sparring match with them. Raw feelings came to the surface as rappers discussed the interview with Andrew Tate that was conducted by the BBC. Their answers were characterized by a sense of outrage and fury, which reflected the profound connection individuals have to their work and the communities it represents. A great number of musicians have voiced their dissatisfaction with Tate for his lack of comprehension and empathy, in particular for the difficulties experienced by vulnerable people, which hip-hop intensifies. Others turned their rage into social criticism that was fervent and thought-provoking, underscoring the significance of rap music as a force for social change. The responses that artists gave to Andrew Tate's interview demonstrated that there is a driving force that brings them together, despite the fact that the rap community is rather diverse. Rappers put their disagreements aside and banded together to counter Tate's assertions in a unified front. They highlighted how important it was for everyone to stick together and be united in the face of hardship. They demonstrated their resolve via collaborative initiatives, social media campaigns, and public comments, all to preserve the authenticity and cultural relevance of rap music. They wanted to highlight the resiliency and power of the hip-hop community via the combined efforts of all of the members of the community. That's all for today's video, guys. If you like our content, feel free to subscribe to the channel, share, and hit the notification bell to get the latest news from us. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.